The merchant shipping bill hits the upper chambers, former health minister responding to allegations, and a Bahamian makes history at the Miss Universe pageant. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tyler Simonet with your JCN News for this Monday, December 13th. The government's blueprint for change promises to provide more support for the shipping industry and to advance the blue economy for the Bahamas. And according to Attorney General Senator Ryan Pinder, the 2021 merchant shipping bill does just that. Senators debated and passed the bill in the upper chamber on Monday. The bill was passed last week in the House of Assembly. Leading off debate in the Senate, Senator Pinder notes that the shipping industry, bolstered by a well-regarded regulatory infrastructure, will cause the Bahamas to continue to see the benefits of the blue economy. As the Bahamas is a member of the International Maritime Organization, Senator Pinder contends that it is imperative that the Bahamas maintain its good standing in the IMO in order to support its highly successful shipping industry, which includes our ship registry, which is one of the largest in the world and managed by the Bahamas Maritime Authority. He adds that while the bill is a technical one, it's one that is fundamental to the standing of the Bahamas internationally in merchant shipping, and one that keeps us at the forefront of this important element of the blue economy.
So this bill is a repeal and replacement of the old act, incorporating commitments that we have made to be part of these internationally recognized conventions and protocols to ensure that we retain our place at the height of global shipping. The bill aims primarily to incorporate these conventions, as mentioned, along with accepted registration process into the laws of the Bahamas in an effort to enhance the safety and security of ships, seafarers, and the marine environment. This bill will also efficiently regulate essential processes and avoid unnecessary delays, which will ultimately contribute to the growth and development of the merchant shipping industry in the Bahamas.
The Attorney General adds that the merchant shipping bill will be key for the Bahamas to leverage legislation like this into more progressive policy advancements that will affect a wide cross-section of Bahamians. He adds that it's fundamental and necessary that Bahamians be given the education, training, and opportunity to work and be a part of the vast merchant shipping industry that the Bahamas has created. Hence, the Progressive Liberal Party's administration supports the LGM.
Madam President, today we are witnessing Bahamians who have had the opportunity to train at the LGM Maritime Academy and to advance in their careers at sea. Earlier this year, I think just in August, it was announced that 2 Bahamians will set sail with Royal Caribbean International after graduating from the Caribbean Maritime University at the top of their class and landing high-ranking jobs with this popular cruise line. Madam President, both of these students attended the LGM Maritime Academy. We encourage not only the cruise lines, who have been a measure of support for the training of Bahamians, but also all merchant shipping companies utilizing the Bahamian flag to tangibly contribute to the continued education and opportunities for Bahamians.
The merchant shipping bill seeks to provide for the registration of Bahamian ships, the propriety interest in ships, the training, certification, and watchkeeping relating to seafarers, the conditions of employment of seafarers, and the health and well-being of masters and seafarers on board a ship. It also sets a new framework for the industry and repeals the Merchant Shipping Act of 1976 and Merchant Shipping Maritime Claims Limitation of Liability Act of 1989. The official opposition supporting the Merchant Shipping Bill 2021, as did their colleagues in the lower chamber. Free National Movement Senator Darren Henfield, in his contribution to the debate, says this piece of legislation will further strengthen the country's natural sovereignty. Arlia Cooper has more.
Opposition Senator Darren Henfield, in his contribution to the debate in the upper chamber this morning on the Merchant Shipping Bill 2021, says this piece of legislation will further strengthen the country's natural sovereignty and patrimony over Bahamian territory and add the necessary international codification and modernity essential to a vibrant and progressive sector of the Bahamian economy, citing Articles 91 and 94 of the United Nations Convention on the Law of of the Sea, which indicates that every state is responsible for fixing the conditions for the grant of its nationality to ships and sets out the duties and responsibilities of the flag state to maintain a register of ships, assume jurisdiction under its internal law over each ship flying its flag, as well as its master, officers, and crew in respect of administrative, technical, and social matters concerning the ship, and to ensure that such ships comply with international standards and requirements. Senator Henfield says these articles are very important to signaling the standards the country seeks, and that's to have ships that desire to wear the Bahamian flag adhere to those standards.
Yes, we want the business, but we also desire disassociation from the negative assertions attributed to what is commonly referred to as flags of convenience. Madam President, as you are quite aware, the flag state under which the vessel is registered is deemed the nationality of the vessel, and as such it holds responsibility. We do. When you wear our flag, we hold a responsibility to enforce regulations over such vessels, inclusive of inspections, certifications, and the issuance of safety and pollution protocols, among other things. But we also owe them a duty of care.
He adds that apart from requiring that Bahamian ships are manned and sufficient crew that are qualified and competent, Part 3 of the bill also provides for the training, certification, manning, and watchkeeping guidelines for seafarers and mandated by the International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping for Seafarers, or STCW Convention 1978, which was amended in 1995 and 2010.
Most Bahamians believe that you can just jump on a boat. That's the way we grew up. Grab a little boat and go fishing. I mean, that's normal for us. That's the way we grew up in the islands, and it's a custom throughout the islands. But this bill requires those who want to operate the professional domain to have complete qualifications before putting out to sea. In the result, the bill incorporates standards for masters, for chief mates, or what we normally refer to as a first mate, for navigation officers and for quartermasters who are crewmen who are well versed and trained in navigation, for deckhands, for radio operators, for engineers, for electro-technical personnel and others that work in tankers and passenger ships and high-speed
Senator
craft.
Henfield encourages Bahamians to look through this legislation and find the opportunities that it provides in this dynamic and evolving maritime industry. That said, he wholeheartedly endorsed the bill. Reporting for Jcn News, I'm Leah Cooper.
Former Health Minister Dr. Jcn Sands responding to a letter allegedly written by the Ministry of Finance giving approval to the Progressive Liberal Party to waive a number of taxes surrounding the importation of rides and equipment for the holiday carnival. The contents of this letter was announced by local talk show host Juan McCartney, who also admitted that it was not independently verified. Dr. Sands says this situation has gone totally awry. Now, last year, Dr. Jcn Sands tendered his resignation as Minister of Health following the controversy of 6 American residents being allowed to disembark a plane carrying a donation of COVID-19 test swabs while the country's borders were closed. That said, Dr. Sands says he's interested in seeing who gave the authorization to allow hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of carnival equipment, which includes staff, rides, toys, and much more, into the country. Last week, health officials denied the Holiday Carnival's operators' health request to host the annual event in the country. Operators have since resubmitted their requests and await another decision from the Ministry of Health. A Bahamian made history last night as Chantel O'Brien became the first Bahamian to place top 10 in the renowned Miss Universe contest. The contest has a 70-year history. 80 women from around the world vied for the top spot in that competition that was held in Eilat, Israel. While Miss O'Brien competed on the final night of the competition, she was just shy of the top 5. Taking the crown was Miss India Harmaz Sandhu. Despite not winning, congratulations poured in from every island in the Bahamas for Miss O'Brien. Prime Minister Philip Davis praised her via press release, saying as a mentor and advocate for children's education, Ms. O'Brien is an inspiration and role model for all Bahamians who strive for excellence. He continued that tonight, we are so very, very proud of Ms. Chantel O'Brien. Congratulations. We here at Jcn News also were very proud of Ms. O'Brien for representing our country and congratulate her on a job well done. You're watching Jcn News. Stay with us.